Happy beautiful Thursday to each and every one out there. And how you guys are doing today? So for me at this hand, I'm doing great also. Today is so beautiful outside. Guys, I walked this morning and I'm planning again to walk later on. So anyway, guys, who is the worst sibling you ever had to deal with? And guys, be very honest if it's you. Yes, Pipper. So who is the worst sibling? So people, let me take some of my medicine. Yes. This is so thick. The spoon unable to pull it out. So this is my little meds right here. People, I'm going to tell you what again. This is some onion, some avocado, and some cactus. So the cactus, Jamaica or other places call it the tuna, but some people call it the cactus. So it's tuna, cactus, and some onions and some aloe vera in water. And this is so thick. And I just love to consume it when I get up in the morning time or sometime before I go to bed. But in the morning time, I love to consume it. Got to keep my day going with everything. And guys, I have to be very honest. Cactus is a fruit that very, very good. Like when some before, if anyone noticed, I used to like after straining my eyes going like this. I don't anymore because consuming my cactus, my aloe vera, my onion, it just make my sight get brighter and brighter every day. So in that sweet, so people, so who is the worst sibling you ever had to deal with? And guys, if it's you, said it's you because honestly, honestly, people, I had to say, when I say worst sibling, I had to say, my mom had 6 kids and my dad had a outside daughter. I didn't grow up with my older sister, but I grew up with my 5 siblings, include myself, and I had to say I'm the second to last child for my parents, and whew, this is a question thing. Hello, hello, how you guys are doing? And I literally had to say, out of all my mother's 6 children, I believe I'm the worst one. And and when I said I'm the worst one, uh, when I said I'm the worst one, I have to be just honest and be real, because that's just who I am. When I said I'm the worst child, is like I'm the child that does not put up the crap, and I'm the child that just outspoken, and I'm the child just want to hear something, like it could be my brother, my sister, my parents' name. I'm just ready to take it over. I'm just that type of person. Like, and I believe my sibling, they also scared, afraid to even say certain things to me because they know that I'm going to retaliate over certain things. Hello, hello, how you doing? Hi, 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 how you doing? So I always say, I'm the worst in my family. It's not the worst in a bad way because people said the worst is just in general speaking. Um, because I literally said that I'm the worst. Yeah, it's because I'm that type of person where things that I would literally like done or things that I would come out and speak out. I don't think any one of my siblings would ever wanted to do that. And that's the reason why I said I am the worst out of all my siblings. And But when they said worst, they know that for fact too, because they mention it all the time, but not in a bad way. Like someone mentioned to me before that one of my siblings said I'm the worst, and I was laughing. And the reason for me to laugh, because I know what they mean by not a bad way, like I'm a person doing negative stuff and those type of things. No, they mean that I'm the only one out of all the sibling that does not put up the crap, and they have to watch they mouth what they brought to my attention. You know what I mean? And I speak out. That's just who I am, and so that's the reason why I would say here I am the worst one out of all my siblings, because like my parents them and those type of thing. If there's something occur with my parents them, what I would literally do once it brought to my attention, I would just escalate that letter right to the top, because I still investigate to find out what really happened and those type of thing. And if I know my parents they're not wrong, I'm defending them. If I know my mom wrong, I'm gonna say, Mom, you're wrong. You shouldn't have ever done this. But if they're right, I'm going to defend them. And it just also go for my sibling them also. And when I was younger, I had to say I was very quiet. I'm still a quiet person, can be quiet. And I never like me and someone really literally get into something. It always could be my sibling them and someone get into it, and then I have to take over. You know what I mean? So those are the little things then why I know my sibling they said they talk about it too. I'm the worst child. And I literally know I laugh about it, because not like they mean that I'm the worst in a bad horrible way. Because someone brought it to my attention too, and that's why I come up with this topic. Like my one of my siblings said I'm the worst. It's not like they mean I'm a horrible person. They know for a fact that they have to be careful what they brought to my attention. And because they know I'm a different type of sibling. Very totally different, of course. Because I'm not into gossiping. I don't believe in the gossiping thing. I just speak out how it is, and that's it, and I leave it alone. But they know that many of them would say, oh, I'm the kindest. And we all have our own style, our own attitude, and our own ways. But and everyone ways is not 100% okay, and everyone is not 100% negative. You know what I mean? So it's just the way things go, of course, and that's the reason why that I will take that name that I'm the worst child, but just worse in a way where they people may look at it in a different way, because someone asked me that question 2 days ago. Why my sibling said I'm the worst child, and they don't see I'm the worst one. You know what I mean? But I explain to them and tell them that I laugh over it, because I explain and let them know my sibling, they don't mean I'm a horrible person. They don't mean that I'm a what when they said worst, like I do negative things. I do this, I make my family like make they ashamed of who I am. No, that's not it. They look at me as a bully in the family. That's how I could put it. Like, that's the right word. They look at me as the bully sister, your sibling. That's all they look at me as the bully one. Cute mouth, don't put up the crap. That's all. So that's why they said I'm the worst one. And of course I would said too, I would own it. And it's just a joke. It's really just a joke. I really used to go at things peppery and very peppery. I used to go with things, like, and since I'm getting older, like I would say maybe going on like 3 years now, I kind of like when certain things happening, whether in the family or anything, I kind of be in the low profile. You know what I mean? Not really like to take it on and take it on and whatever. I just leave things alone now, you know what I mean, which that is really good. I just try to be humble and calm, speak less, and leave things alone, mind my own business. That's what I did. When I said mind my own business, not mean about a stranger, you know what I mean, I just mean family business, you know what I mean? And that's it. But I still will defend, step up if something should happen, really. Like, my mother in age, and, we hired people to take care of our parents, them, which my dad passed away last year. So it's just my mom alone. And if something occur with my mother in the aid, I'm gonna, many times I don't know, because my sibling, they hide it from me. It's just the real truth. It have to be really out of control. Then me, I'm the last person knows about it. And once I knows about it, I'm gonna call my mom. And I'm gonna ask my mom, what does it happen? I want to hear now. I don't want to go around the corner. I want to hear now. And I'm the one who said, you know what? If that's my mother, and I'm not gonna say she perfect, and all the time she's right, because when she's wrong, I give her 100% wrong, but when she's right, I'm going to defend her. And it's sometimes too, because she's an elderly person too. Sometimes the elderly person can literally do something and not 100% paying attention and things they doing. So sometimes, you have to really bypass and do words. You know what I mean? But when I see like an aide um overboard with things with my mother, I'm the sibling who just called and said, "You fire," and that's it. Because I'm not gonna just sit back and know that this is going on with my mom and don't talk about it. Which I feel like my rest of sibling, them, they would know what literally happened, and they would speak about it, but not coming out with it to the people. Then I'm not like that. I'm ready to inquire, investigate the matters, and ask why this happened. Why you gotta do this to my mother? Or why you gotta do that? I'm the type, and if I feel like what they did is inappropriate, I just said, "You fired." That's just it. I just said, "You fired." And I know I have my good qualities too. I'm a very, very, very kind person. Very kind. There's nothing I have that my family, my sibling, my parents, anyone needed that I'm afraid to say here. I'm very kind, and I think that's some of the good qualities they speak about me. I love to give. I love to help. Those are the type of thing. But it's just always. I believe it's always someone in the family that people always call the black sheep, and like sometimes it can be a negative way, and sometimes when they say the black sheep, it could be an in a positive way too. It's all depends, and what happened at the moment and stuff like that, why people will say that. So because of someone like literally brought it to my attention, and I was laughing about it, and the reason why I laugh about it, because I literally know that, yeah, my sibling, they look at me as the worst sister they have. And I literally know for fact, yes, I am, but not just it's not in a bad way. Like, I fight with them. I verbally would, if things happening, and it's like it's not solving or anything. Sometimes, family get into it or stuff like that. I would say, like, if something happening, because most of the time, there's a little conflict. It's basically, the conflict is always about my parents, them. I have to be honest. It's not about us, ourselves, a sibling. It's basically about my parents, them. And if I feel like something happened and no one really taken action, then I will send messages to my sibling that, and if I feel like they like, not responding back to my message, oh, that would just piss me off. And, I will just retaliate. That's just me, but it's not like it's a bad, dirty way, like, those type of things. No, like, you have people who have family member who literally, like, people would said, oh, they she's the worst, he's the worst, but it come in many different ways because sometimes people can maybe on a street person doing negative things and those type of thing, and they said, oh, he's the worst, or blah blah, she's the worst. It's coming, it's mean different way, you know what I mean? So um for someone literally like say that to me, and stuff like that, I just said, you know what, I'm going to do a live on it because, of course, I know for a fact myself here, I look at myself as the worst child, because I'm the one step up all the time. I have a big mouth and I love to speak, and that just who I am. And I love to speak, yes, and I love to talk about things, and it's just me. That's just who I am. I can't change who I am. I just find myself literally um for the past 3 years, I just like, because sometimes we just have to look back into ourselves, you know what I mean, getting older in age, and we have to look back in ourselves at things we do then and now, and I like I talk to myself like, I'm going to like start be hashy on my sibling. Like when things happen, just leave it, let they solve it. Those are the type of thing. And I really did. They can see for themselves how much I change a lot. Like I don't get into certain things. I just leave it. You know what I mean? I be more on my own pace, doing my own thing, and those type of things. So it's good when we know who we are and we can work in the area, which, as I said, it wasn't like a, as I said, I would say I was a bullied, but like, because I speak up and I don't put up the crap and I will say anything I want, those type of thing, of course, yeah, but I know I hurt some of my sibling feelings many times because I would come out and speak out. Now, I wouldn't say I really cuss my sibling. I just speak out a rough way, I did. I speak out rough when when I see that things going the wrong way and no one paying attention, and those type of things. So this is the way I addressed it, you know what I mean? And I'm not feeling bad or embarrassed about because my sibling going to say I'm the worst sibling. I know what they all mean because, my mother have 6 kids, and I literally know I'm a sweet sibling. I'm a sweet person, I'm just a person does not put up the crap. That's all. That's all in my med stress. That's all. I don't put up the crap. I'm not in the gossip. I'm not believe. I don't believe in certain type of things. That's just who I am. But I am a sweet person, and I literally know for a fact I am a sweet person. And I just know for a fact that many people out there where they have their family would say things, and I mean we have to admit certain things too, and we know who we are. Like, I as I said, I'm the bully for my sibling. That's all. Not like I go out there and really get into it with anyone or anything like that. No, no, I'm not. I can be a quiet person, very quiet, and I think most of my kids, they like that too. I can be very, very quiet, but don't step on my toe. That's all. But that's it, That's it. So when someone literally asked me, I was like, I laugh about it. They was laughing too, because if someone literally know me, literally know me growing up as a child. So for them to literally say it to me is just a foolish words, you know? And because they literally know that for a fact, I don't put up the crap, you know? I don't mess with people. I'm not a warmonger, not a troublemaker, but I just a outspoken person. And that's who I am. And I believe that's it. But every family out there had their own person that um every person out there that have their own family that someone in their family that always whatever, you know what I mean, always. But mine's is not like it's a bad way, you know. No, it's not. It's just like something happened to, if something happened to my parents, them, my mom, because my dad gone, I'm the last person would hear about it, and it had to be very out of control for them to tell me, because they know if they mention it to me, I'm going to step up. I don't care. I just want to hear it, you know. So those are the type of things in which they don't got the guts, and they not the one to speak up. You know. You know, you have some people, they know some, they look at the thing, the stuff, and know that why is that stuff there, and it's just hard for them to move it or call someone to move that thing there because they don't like it, they're not supposed to be there. They will talk about it behind to themselves, talk it with others. No, I'm not like that. If I had to talk something behind your back, I should be able to speak in front of your face, and that's just me. You know, I don't care if you are my friend, family, or who you are. If I'm not able to tell you something in front of your face, I'm not supposed to do it behind your back either. You know, because I'm not real. You know, so those are the type of things that I believe, because I'm outspoken and those type of things. I believe maybe I look at myself a totally different person, of course, from the rest of my sibling. Then I look at me different, really different, because you know things that they would put up with and not for me. If I see the stuff make sense, I'm going to retaliate over it, and those are the type of things that, you know, why they say that. So this is just really why I said, you know, today, you know, like 2 days ago, someone brought it to my attention, and I was just laughing. You know what it's gonna do? There's nothing else to do than laugh about what they said, and they know who I am anyway. So they know me as a child, from a child growing up, and they know who I am. So for them to really brought that to my attention, I believe it was just foolish. You know, because I don't care what any one of my siblings they had to say about me. Um, I know they will say, what am I gonna say? They're going to say bad. They're going to say she who Beth? No, no, don't play with her. Those are the type of things that come from their mouth. You know what I mean? Those are the type of things. But they have the good things to say about me. Every single one of them have the good things to say about me too. You know, they all have their good things. As I said, I'm a very kind person, and I didn't even know I was that kind until my sibling they brought it to my attention. You know what I mean? I didn't know. They would give me that text message, "Oh, you the kindest sister ever. You know, you're this, you're that." Because if I had the last stuff on my back and any one of my siblings needed, I just take it off and I would just give it right to them. It's just me. I don't care. You know, I'm a type of person really have a soft heart when it comes to kindness and those type of thing. I just not a person put up the crap, and that's it. You know, but every family have their own whatever, but you know some people like they don't take blame for things, you know, like if you had too many people now, who is the worst sibling in your family, you know, they're gonna say, oh, they're gonna point finger or stick their mouth out in another sibling when they are the one, you know. But I couldn't lie either because I would look cute. I would look very cute lie to know that when you know you are that type of person and you try to lie, it's just not heads up and it's just not good. You have to just tell the truth. So people, when you know that not you are the worst one, don't feel bad. It doesn't mean because a person said you are the worst. It's mean whatever the situation is. You know what I mean? And as I speak out based on what happened and why they said I'm the worst one, it's because they thought I'm a bully. I'm a little peppery girl. Those are just the type of thing. And of course, yes, yes, I will take the name for it. Yes. So it's just not really like, people go out there when they said bad, unalive people, robbing and doing a lot of negative stuff. Nah, that doesn't come into this plate right here. Nah. It's just, I would say more, they look at me like more like a bully. That's how Jamaican would say it, a bully girl. Yeah, that's what they look at me literally as. They don't look at me as a horrible person. So when someone literally asks me, it was like, mm, this tastes so good. Hmm. I like to do my little meds. Didn't get to consume them early this morning. So people, when you know you are uh, a bully and stuff bully is a thing. I would even say I'm a bully because I really don't bully my sibling them. I don't. I never bully them, but that's the way Caribbean people would look at things and call me. Said, "Oh, she's a bully. He's a bully." Because of certain things, like not like I bully them. They are growing adults just as I do. I'm the second to last child of the six, just to tell you, they older than I do. So just to tell you people, I feel more, I just feel more like I'm the type of person, like I'm just different. I totally a different person because, as I said, I don't like gossip. you know I don't like gossiping. I like to live a peaceful, quiet life. I don't like gossiping. If you are my friend and I have to dog you out behind your back, you can be my friend. I don't play those roles. You can't be my friend. So it's just like I try to live my life a certain way from a kid growing up. Stay out of things. And I never had have a lot of friends. I always have, like, when I was younger, I had one friend. That's it. I don't really have a lot of friends because female is a thing like this. They like gossiping. Who said? Beat my chest. Me say so, you say. I don't like those lifestyle. I like to get to the point of things. Like, of course, if I say something about you or anyone and they heard it back and they confront me, I'm going to say, yes, I say so. What can you do? Plain, it just done right there. So that's the reason why my sibling, they probably look at me too. And I literally know I'm a different sister. I'm different in many, many, many ways. I'm totally different. Hello, hello, how you doing? I'm totally, totally different from all of my siblings then. And it's just, these are the type of way I'm different because I like the best way I see life. I don't know for anyone out there, but the best way this woman sitting right here today, Thursday, see life is live your life to the max and live it the way you're comfortable with it. And also, don't scare to speak out what inside. People will always hate you, of course, because you speak out. But when you kept all the, that's why I don't got no gray hair for a 60 years old woman, because I don't keep people's business inside of me because I don't want to. I don't care about other people's business. So these are some of the things that gossiping and those type of things. This woman does not believe in just call in the phone and gossiping about somebody else's business, because when you gossip about somebody else's business, they don't know what sense does it make when you're talking someone behind their back. Is it healthy? No, you wasting energy. Stress, putting a stress on your heart, talking bad talk about someone. They don't even know you're talking about them unless the other person go back and say, oh, this person was saying that or that. So what's the sense talking about someone? So these are some of the things that for me as a growing adult, gossip thing I don't believe in. Dog or people behind their back, I don't believe in it. And the only thing I literally believe I most likely did, like, you have your sibling, and my sibling know for fact. You have your sibling then, and like, I'm very close with my younger sister from my mother's side. Very close, always. We always close. Doesn't matter what, but we always close out of all my siblings then. I don't know why. But maybe because we are the youngest. But there's time, of course, where something may not go in right in the family, and you have to find a sibling where you and them can change words together. So sometimes I will literally talk about my other sibling, of course. Yeah, I chat them. I literally chat them. I'm not here as a liar person. And when I said I chat them, it's like if they're doing something wrong and what they're doing is not okay, yes, I would talk about it. I wouldn't even say it's like you chatting them. It's just like you talk about what they're doing is a mess and why that, why, blah, 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 blah. Of course. But for literally just go out there and start to talk about other people's business, I don't care about other people's business. I don't care about nobody business. I'm not those type of person gonna be care what other people had to say, and because people cannot really call me and brought how to people business to my attention. I just don't care to hear. I don't, because I'm not gonna seek myself of high blood pressure, get a stroke over other people business. I want to mind my own business. So those are the type of things that I set a boundary for my lifestyle. So because I set a boundary for my lifestyle and I am living up to that boundary that I set, I don't know why somebody gonna literally ask me. And this person shouldn't even ask me that damn question, because it's somebody that knew me as from a little child and know who I am, that I'm the type of person I don't care. I speak out. I speak out. I'm not scared when I was younger to even tell my own mother the truth. I just speak out. It's just who I am. This is the way I'm born. I'm born to be this type of way, and no one in this world can ever change who I am. You know what I mean? Because this is the person I am. I'm gonna be the who I am, and I'm glad I am this type of person too. I am glad. I'm happy. You know, because when you talk too much, you put yourself in too many confusion with females out there. Because females is the most troubled people on this planet, most jealousy, envious person in this planet. And you may go on your job, you don't know these people, then the person, and they start to come on to you. We have to watch ourselves. Watch what come from your mouth, because they come into you just to hear your 2 cents. And then in the third day, they turn their back against you because they already hear your business. So We female have to be careful, and we cause so many trouble on this planet. And because I see that for my own self, how much females are troublemaker, I stay away from them. I literally stay away from them. I literally stay away from female. Here, I've been in this country for ages. I don't have many friends. I know a lot, many people. But when I go out on the street and I bump into someone, we talk, we can go lunch together, we can do things together. But after I leave and head in my car, it's done. When I go home, please don't bother me again. I just saw you. Leave it alone. That I don't keep up with friends. I don't keep up with people coming up my house or me going to people's house. I don't like it. I like to be my own self. So I know I'm a different person, different from all my siblings. Of course, I am. And I know for fact. And I would tell anyone out there, if any one of my siblings say something about me, people, I don't give a hell to hear. Let they chat me. Because at the end of the day, they're my sibling. And it's hello, and it's something, if I heard right now something happened to one of my siblings, I'm the first one boarding my ticket. I'm the first one boarding my flight. Buy a ticket and boarding my flight. I'm the first one going to do that. It is just the type of person I am. So if my sibling, they want to talk bad about me, let they speak bad. If they want to speak good, because they know still I'm a damn good chick. Still a damn good sibling. I'm a still damn good sister. I'm just kind of like bullying certain things, jump at things, according to them, call it the bully way. But I'm a good sister, very good, and they all know I'm good. So I don't care if they want to say, the type of person I am. Of course I am. I can't sitting down here just like, oh, my sister, my sibling, they lying, and this one is that. This, no, I'm not gonna give any one of them any bad name, because they have to give themselves their own name. I'm not here to give any one of them their name. I know I'm totally different from them, because things that they put up with, I would never ever put up with it. And that's it. And they all knew. They kept secret from me about things because they just know who I am. And for the past 3 years, I kind of like, changed myself a lot, calm down and things, even with my own kids, them too. They grown, but sometime I will call them. I said, this is new here. What you doing with your life? Hey, young man, step up. You know, these are just the things then why they call me I'm a bully person. You know what I mean? Because if I like my kids them, if I know any one of my kids they're not doing anything, I keep watching them for months, maybe a year, at least a year, not over. And then I will call them on the phone. I said, this is new here. What are you planning to do? You better step up. I'm just this type of person. I like to speak out and things. So, and sometimes too, I feel like I'm too harsh on my own kids, them too. Because when you speak to people and the way you retaliate sometimes it's not really the thing what you're talking about, is the way you say it. And I know literally for fact sometimes, even my own children them too, because I know I'm mommy. And this is the part I'm looking at, which I'm wrong. I'm looking at it, I'm mommy. I can talk any way I want. No, it doesn't go like that. We don't have no right when you have your children, whether they're young or grown, to speak to them a certain way, which I never like disrespectful to them, because I give respect to me and give it to them. I give respect to me and I give it to others, one thing. But I was looking at mommy, and I don't scare to say this cannot happen and that cannot happen, because I'm always going to be mom. And I feel like they grown, I'm around now. I'm not going to be around for the rest of my life. I'm going to go on someday when God ready for me. So the little left, or a lot left, they better take it and get a pen and paper and write it down, because you're trying to escalate them But sometimes they believe that I'm too hashy, which for fact, sometimes I can be too ashy for real, speak to them hash like, how comes you didn't do this? They are growing men. And you know what I do? It's going on 2 years now. With my kids, them, I started to set a boundary. And I think I overdo it and I believe they miss it. Because when a kid used to certain lifestyle, used to hear certain words, and they're not hearing that words anymore. It kind of like my kids, they will call me, "Mom, you okay?" Because I just kept quiet. And those are the type of things. Then for the past 2 years with my kids, them, I said, you know what? I'm going to keep quiet, watch what I say to them, and let them live their own life because they are an adult, you know? And I really see where we having a better relationship because, we parents do when anyone, we not looking on our side when something happened that we are wrong when we are. Because just like I know that I speak with my son them sometime and I can be very harsh with them. And it's just the way I speak. And sometimes my younger child will say, "Ma, I hold at him now, and Ma, I know what I'm doing. Ma, I know this I'm doing, but at the same time, I just feel like I'm mommy. I want you to do more, and not like I'm telling them disrespectful words, cussing, and those type of things. I want to see the best of them. I want to be proud, So they believe that too harsh, and I cut back, and then I cut back. They used to the big mouth, and I think it affecting them because I'm not getting a call. What are you doing today? Why not go to school to learn that? If you can't manage this one, if this one doesn't fit your shoe, go get the next thing fit your shoe. They don't. So I kept quiet. Now I keep quiet. I don't believe they like it, and it's better for me. Let them mind their own business because they grown. So these are some of the things that I believe, and I think my kids, they would look at it too, like this the same way, like my sibling, they would said I'm the worst child, the worst sibling they had. I look at it like my kids, they're not gonna say I'm the worst mother because they would never say that word ever, but they always said I'm too controlling. And I had to remember that they grown, you know what I mean? And things that I taught them when they were young, they know what they're doing. But the more when you're young and you taught them something when they're young, when they get older, you need to put more up in here. You need to put more. So they think I'm too controlling. And then my sibling, they taught I'm the worst. That's it. So I have to accept it. What else can I do? What else can I say? Yes, I am. And I am proud because sometime in a family you need somebody to step up. Everyone can be in the same page. Somebody have to step up, and this is what I did many of times: step up and retaliate over things and speak over things. But the only problem, it's one of the worst thing when I feel like some of my siblings, they very scared of me, and that's something I don't want them to. I'm not God. You scared of God because you see every deed that you've done. You know what I mean? I'm not God. I'm just a human being, a sibling, just like they do too. The only thing, I step up and speak out, and that's it. That's it. But I don't have on, I'm not walking around with a belt. You know what I mean? I'm not fighting with them physically. No, I don't do that. Wish I would never do. Can't happen, you know. So this is it, people. So sometimes it's just good if you know that in your family, who you are. Like sometimes people may come and said, "Oh, your sibling said you're the worst one." Don't upset about it if you know your heart, because I just laugh when that person said it to me because literally I know what they mean. It doesn't mean I'm a bad person. There is just off the way I end the situation why cause them to say that. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean like they mean I'm a bad person. You know that I know what they mean, and for the fact it's true. You know what they said. I'm like I look at myself like that because I jump to things. Not like I'm a bad person. No, not. I don't think one of my siblings has said I'm a bad person. They would never say um I'm a bad person. They just will say the word, "Oh, I'm the worst child." She, you better watch what you say to her. Don't say she had a cute mouth. That's it. They're not gonna look at me like I'm a bad person. No, not like that. So just let you people know, because since someone said it to me, and I have to say this to people, please, people, I don't give a heck what any one of my siblings want to say about me. Let they chat. Let they chat. I don't care. I really don't care. They want to waste time, they waste time. And moreover, what they said, it's not bad because it's the fact. And I know what they mean. They know what they mean also, let they say what they want. I don't like news scaring. I don't care. Don't come to me or any one of my siblings want to say, let they chat what they gotta chat. And that's it. Because I'm not talking to any one of my siblings with people or anything. Um, Sometimes you may have your friends or whatever, blah blah, that's it. But I don't know if like someone, and the problem is like, or my concern to this person is somebody that I literally know. So for this person literally like saying it to me, that was just foolish. They just make a fool of themselves because they already know me. They know who Bev is. They know who I am. So why ask me? Let a stranger, let somebody else don't know me, maybe come and say that to me. So people, if my sibling want to say something about me, please don't tell me. I don't care to hear. I don't care. Let they talk. Because they my sibling. Let they talk. Let they talk. I don't care. They free to talk. I can if I want to talk, I'm free to talk too because they are my sibling. You can't stop people from talk. People will always say things, whether it's good, bad, great, or not. People were always going to say something. So let people say what they had to say. I'm not afraid. I don't care. All right, people, I really don't care. So people don't ever tell me again what my sibling they want to say about me because this woman does not give one heck. Cause and I don't feel like they were talking, saying something because they just know who me is too. You know what I mean? I had to be real. And they will just maybe, I don't know what the conversation was all about because a person not just gonna walk up to you and say, "Hey, my sister's the worst sister. Hey, my sister's the worst sister." No, it gotta be some sort of conversation. I'm not stupid. And of course, people has to say things according to how they feel because yes, I look at myself as the worst sister. Yes, I did. And that's it. So that crashed everything right there. So anyway, people, see you next time. Let me go have my thing right this minute.